Hi, everyone. Well, all I can say is wow about week one. Your introductions to yourselves were fabulous, and I am just in awe of all of the wonderful contributions to the Padlet and your thoughtful responses to your classmates and also your classmates in the other section of this class. Thank you so much for bearing with me as I try to implement some new, more interactive kinds of things into this class. As I said in the email I sent to all of you over the weekend, I really am trying to find ways for you to be able to demonstrate your learning without just traditionally writing papers, and also with being able to have some additional interactions with your classmates. And then the other part of that is I'm trying to help you have sort of sustainable resources that you can keep, some kind of an artifact that will be helpful to you in your daily practice. So with this Padlet, you have a compendium of a current sort of hot topics in the field of early childhood, and you will be able to continue to access that Padlet. So that Padlet's going to stay the way it is. I'm going to archive it, and you're going to be able to continue to have access to that for quite some time. So for week two, we're going to continue on that theme of doing things just a little bit differently. We're going to be starting to learn about early childhood theorists. You should have seen in the announcements where you were assigned a theorist for week two and a theorist for week three. So all the assignments are in the announcements, both in the actual announcement and then as an attachment, as a Word document, if you have a hard time tracking, because I wasn't able to put a table in my announcement, and I sort of think in tables. If you have any question about what your assignment is, drop me a line and I would be happy to look it up for you and clarify for you. So for week two, you're able to use, there is a graphic organizer that you can download and use to help sort of organize your thinking as you're researching the theorist that you were assigned. You do have readings and you have some videos to watch. I hope you like the way they're organized as read and watch instead of just in a long list. Again, another improvement that we've made to this class. For our discussion this week, you're going to share an infographic or an animated GIF or something visual that summarizes what you've learned from the theorists that we are talking about this week. So what you learned from the theorists, their associated learning theories, what they look like and feel like in an early childhood setting. So I know that this is sort of an out-of-the-box jumping point for a discussion, but really be creative. If you want to create your own meme, I think that would be fine too. So you can be creative. There are no wrong answers to this. It's what you think, and it's really posting some kind of a visual so your classmates can react to what you've posted. But to go on to our assignment, this week you're going to take your theorist that you were assigned and you are going to go to, excuse me, I have a dog who just joined me. Want to say hi, Base? This is Basie the therapy collie. Anyhow, okay, Basie, you can scoot. So this week you're going to access the Jamboard that you have a link to in the announcements. You're going to find the right page by using the right hand little button on the top of the Padlet, and you're going to find that page, and that's where you're going to post your information about your theorist. There are instructions on the first page of the Jamboard to help you, just to clarify. And then I would also suggest, like I did for the Padlet, look at the rubric before you do the assignment. That will help guide you and get you into the right direction and make sure you don't miss any points. You guys all did a great job with the Padlet, and I actually have to say I fault myself for not being, not paying attention to the rubric when I posted my example. So I did send you that email. And also, thank you for being so flexible with that Padlet. I think almost everybody sent me screenshots. I did not realize when we set up this assignment that it would be so hard to keep track of everything. And while I do have a spreadsheet that as I was following the Padlet for the week, I really felt like there was a chance that I could miss somebody's most likely the response to somebody else's posting because there's just so much material there. Anyhow, I hope you like the Jamboard activity. That's going to be what we're doing for week 2 and week 3. So you have an assignment for week 2, one theorist, and then you have an assignment for week 3, another theorist. And again, you're going to have access to this Jamboard. And if you are an education major, you may want to use it as a study guide for when you take the MTEL. Or use it for another class to just a jumping off point for some information if you are also discussing theorists. I think we have several psychology majors, so hopefully, for instance, this might be useful to you if you're studying any of these developmental theorists in any of your psych classes. Anyhow, I hope you are enjoying these interactive activities rather than traditional papers for this class. Again, as I said in my email and I've said in my other announcements, if you have any feedback about the assignments, if you think of a way to make them better or less confusing, or if you really loved them or you really didn't love them, let me know, because everything is a work in progress, and I believe in a cycle of continuous improvement. We teach that for teachers, that cycle of intentional teaching, and I adhere to it in my practice too. So any feedback you have from me will certainly be appreciated. And I hope you all have a great week. You know how to get a hold of me if you need me, and I look forward to seeing all of our work on the Jamboard. Have a great week. Bye-bye.